weird. What?
Say
fuck you're stupid. Like,
no,
what do you...
There's a voice that keeps on calling me.
Fuck! That was stupid.
Hey guys, welcome to Rotting Flesh Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Billy Pop, and I will be talking about movie. Today we're doing the last in this pack, finally, class of 1999. And as I said to you before, I'm not doing any of the sequels on this pack because I might as well review the first movies first, right? It just makes sense. So far I've reviewed Waxwork, The Unholy, Chopping Mall, Slaughter High, and today's class of 1999. And I have to say, out of the 5 movies I watched, I really love 3 of them. So, that is great. Didn't care much for Waxwork or Chopping Mall. Just wasn't my thing. But I have to say, thinking back on it, Waxwork was actually a lot better than I probably let it on. It just, I don't know, wasn't my favorite. But anyway, let's move into the class of 1999. This movie was, well, basically, it's about the future, of course, 1999, so technically the past, but, one thing that I found was interesting, oh shit, how did that go? Terminator was made in 1984, Class of 1999 was made in 1990, and then, but there is a first original movie called Class of 1984, which I thought was kind of odd. So anyway, I don't know what you make of that. This is technically a sequel, but it has nothing to do with the original, so I'm going to just say fuck it. Anyway, this movie is about this kid named Cody who gets out of prison and is going to an experimental school where they've started, the schools are overrun by gangs and shit like that, and there was something at the beginning about, there's like, the cities have like these fire zones or something, I think they're called, or something like that, or where cops won't even go because the things are just so dangerous now, but the schools are overrun by gangs too, and this guy goes to an experimental school where this dude, played by, I think Stacy Keach is his name, he makes these robots that sorry, I'm mumbling a lot. Just woke up. But he makes these robots that basically have built-in punishment mechanism things. So like if somebody's not paying attention or shows up late for class or something, these robots just fuck them up basically. One of them even gives them a spanking, which was pretty hilarious. But yeah, there's a couple people in here that you'll recognize. Malcolm McDowell's in this. He's the principal, and he's really good. Okay, but basically that's what it is, though. It's these robots are trying to fix the school, but in turn they malfunction and start killing kids. And the gangs are starting to realize it and stuff like that. And Cody, of course, he's like the one gang member that's like trying to be a good guy and all that shit, right? But anyway, I don't want to give too much away about this. I would just rather go into the review because actually it's worth the watch. Now, direction, nothing really special here. Like when it comes to direction, I didn't notice any amazing camera work or nothing, or you know, the sets were pretty good though. Like the sets kind of reminded me of Hobo with a Shotgun a little bit. Like just, you know, I actually compared this movie to like Terminator meets Lean on Me, meets like The Warriors or something like that, or even The Outsiders. Writing, this is a different movie. This movie definitely had it's a dumb movie, okay? Like, well, at least that's what I read online. I'm not gonna just take what I read online as gospel, but it is kind of a stupid idea for a movie, but it turned out to be a great idea for a movie because the movie is so good. I don't know. I really like the writing here. It's nothing, like I say, it's nothing incredible or anything, but it is a fun watch. It very much is. Acting is cheesy as hell. The kids all look like they're like 30. Except for the main kid. And this other little guy, his little brother. But yeah, acting in this is really, really, really cheesy. The characters are, for the most part, likable just because they're fun to watch, because they're ridiculous. Dialogue, again, is actually, at times, it's not bad, but for the most part, it's pretty bad. I'm not giving this movie much to go on, am I? Because I keep saying how good it is, and then, well, here we go. Music in this was awesome. I really loved the music in this movie. It was perfect. It had that great 80s vibe. And the other thing that I loved about this was the effects. The effects in this were awesome, man. Like, and you do get the payoff at the end where the cyborg teachers fucking, their limbs and shit turn into weapons and stuff like that. Like, it was cool, man. It was a fun little, the whole thing had great effects. Like, and the kills in it were actually really decent. One of the teachers force feeds a guy a bunch of vials of, I think it's called Edge. It's a new drug, and he just crams them down his throat. It was cool. I don't know. There's a lot of good deaths in this, a lot of good effects, and that is the main reason to watch it. They were really ripping off Terminator a lot in this movie, which is fine, but yeah, I just gotta say, yeah, it was good. Okay, so can I recommend? Obviously, I can recommend Class of 1999. What would I give it as a score? I would honestly give this one, like, fuck, man. I want to say like probably a 7.5 out of 10. I was gonna give it an 8. It's not that great, but I'd definitely watch it again. Like, that's something you can throw on with your buddies, just chill and laugh your ass off and enjoy yourself. It's a really fun show. Happy to be done with that pack for now. Now I can move on to the next fucking, because, you know, us horror guys, we always end up with, like, these packs of, like, 10 movies all the time. So move on to the next goddamn fucking horror pack and stay on that for 2 months, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple other videos, though. I'm gonna show off my book collection, so message me if you're interested, or comment, I mean. And I'm gonna show off my, like, collectible stuff. I don't have much, but I do have enough for at least a full video, if not 2. So yeah, anyway, guys, well, for instance, check it out. That turtle blanket, I'm pretty sure was made, like, the year before I was born. Oh no, the year after I was born. So, that's an old fucking blanket, man. I've had that forever. It's actually a sleeping bag. I don't know why I have it there, but whatever. It works.
That Midget Production.